My topic would be the implementation of a national 4-day work week. Imagine waking up on a Friday morning and realizing your weekend has already begun. Not because you're taking a day off, but because your employer recognizes that your time is just as valuable as your output. Transitioning to a standardized 4-day work week is not just luxury for the burnout, it is significantly backed policy change that increases economic productivity, improves public health, and reduces our environmental footprint. To persuade my audience that the United States should adopt a federal policy motivating a 32-hour work week by demonstrating its benefits to mental health, its neutral to positive impact on business receipts, and its role in environmental conservation. To persuade my audience that the United States should adopt a federal policy motivating a 32-hour work week by demonstrating its benefits to mental health. And the traditional 40-hour work week is an outdated relic of the industrial age that contributes to a modern crisis of burnout and mental health decline. According to research by the American Psychological Association 2023, chronic workplace stress is linked to a 57% increase in default, and a significant rise in cardiovascular issues among young professionals. Statics data from the 2022 UK 4-day weekend pilot program show that 71% of employees reported reduced levels of burnout, and 39% reported being less stressed when they started the trial, Lewis at 2023. A shift in policy allows what sociologists call temporal prosperity, giving citizens the time necessary to engage in civic duties, exercise, and family care, which are currently being sacrificed for a corporate target. While personal well-being is vital, we must also address that common fear that working less means producing less. Contrary to the hustle culture myth, a shortened work week actually maintains or increases overall business and productivity and economic stability. The principle of Parkinson's law suggests that work expands so as to fill the time available for its completion. Therefore, shorter hours force more efficient prioritization of tasks. In a long-term study published by the Journal of Applied Business Research, companies that switched to a 32-hour week saw an average revenue increase of 8%. Over the trial period, due to higher employee retention and low turnover cost score and FAN 2024, major tech firms and manufacturing hubs in Iceland that adopts the policy found that worker output stayed the same or improved because employees arrive refreshed and focused rather than fatigued. Hardison and Kellum 2021. Beyond the office walls and the balance sheets, this policy change has profound impact on the planet we share. Adopting a 4-day week is one of the most effective low-cost strategies for reducing carbon emissions and combating climate change. Large-scale data analysis indicates that if the U.S. moved to a 4-day week, we could see a reduction in the carbon footprint by up to 15%, primarily through reduced commuting and office energy consumption. NESN 2022 academic modeling by the Political Economy Research Institute suggests that the hours worked are directly correlated with carbon-intensive consumption patterns. Less time at work leads to more sustainable lifestyle choices. By reducing the commuter crush on Fridays, urban centers would see a significant drop in nitrogen dioxide levels, contributing to better air quality and in densely populated college towns and cities. It is clear that the 32-hour week is a win for the individual, the economy, and the earth, which brings us all to our final consideration. Today we have explored that the 40-hour work week is failing our mental health, how a 32-week would actually boost corporate productivity, and how this policy serves as a vital tool for environmental preservation. The 5-day work week was not handed down by nature. It has a human invention designed for a world that no longer exists. It is time we stop living to work and start working to live.